they can see me. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Oh, so many already have joined. Thank you for being here once again on our Behind the Curtain. I'm Zek. Hi. I have some friends here with me this time. Unlike last time, for those of you who saw me get pretty, I got pretty before the stream this time. And I have two pretty people that I want to bring.
Yay!
Yay!
It's Joe!
Oh, no way.
I came back!
It was Joe! Oh my goodness, it's Ida.
What if I just left?
Just
walked across and left. We're gonna have to, like, do some leaning arm work around Zach so we all
Yeah,
fit.
there's...
Oh, that's
Scoot
nice.
in.
Hello.
Oh, look at that framing.
I brought little bows if we wanna...
Joe, you
Yes,
never
please.
even...
Yes,
We've
please.
We've been here getting ready for the last hour or so, and she didn't even tell us. This is a surprise.
Oh, that's upside down. That looks bad.
Oh no, it's a symbol. It's because my suspender's in distress.
I'm trying to block the purple. In
It's
your
topical.
suspenders.
Oh yeah,
If
she
you
made
hate-
me go in black and white because the suspenders are purple.
Mm-hmm. That was not my
She
decision.
hates that.
That's a lie.
Hello, Newt Prince.
Hello.
Hello, Tommy. Yillian.
Virgil, what's up? It's so good to see you. Ela.
Oh, the best. Cat.
The best ones. What a good crew.
This is a fantastic.
This is lovely.
Scott farted.
No. Scott doesn't.
Oh, but he said he always voted for Joe. See this? Scott.
Really nice.
That's so sweet.
Well, I think we're just gonna stare at you for a little while, and let you do the same. We hope there's not the lag that there was last time. I think that we fixed that. If there is a lag, maybe it'll lag. That's part of the reason for just posing. Because if we... Oh, it was like it only lagged for me. How was your week, Joe?
Week was good. I passed 3,000 followers on my Twitch
Yeah,
That's
page.
so many
exciting.
followers.
Yeah, it's really fun, and I've been loving it. I've been channeling more into like video game music and working with a looper, which has been very, very fun. And it's been fun because I've been showing you guys some fun video game soundtracks. What did we listen to while we got ready?
Oh, we listened to the Zelda shop theme, and it was very fun.
It was very fun.
And
You got it.
it was Vampire
Oh.
Dead.
Oh, close.
Vampire
Ooh, but someone's doing the
Hacker.
And the,
Vampire Killer
It's Vampire
from
Killer.
Castlevania.
It was Vampire.
I didn't know that. It was the first time I heard the song. It was the first time I've ever heard of that. What did you just say? I'm still confused.
It's this game called Castlevania. It's like an epic vampire hunter game.
Is that a show too?
They might have made some like weird anime maybe about it.
Anime's not weird. It's awesome.
I agree, but there's probably a reason we haven't heard of it.
I feel like it's an anime. I'm the only person I think in the band that doesn't watch anime, so I know a lot about it.
You definitely.
Yes, you've had to listen to it in long car rides.
Yeah, I know a lot from you guys catching me up. Well, it's a great song, and Joe's gonna be playing it on her stream, including so many others. Actually, like tons of you came here from her stream, and tons of you have gone to her stream since, and it's like a... I don't know, I want to make a food metaphor.
I
A
was gonna
sandwich
say,
was too easy.
Nucleosis, which is not right.
Nucleosis is great, and I tried out for nucleosis.
I didn't do well in science class.
I didn't make
Apparently,
it.
it's a great anime that you can watch on Netflix.
I
I'm
thought I
seeing.
saw it there.
So,
I thought I even put it on my list and never watched it. Castlevania.
Castlevania.
Thank you,
There you go.
Aaron.
Thank you.
From the FableCry page, Aaron
Chat and tell
Lightning.
me. Appreciate you
Claps
guys.
for Aaron.
And Aaron, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
We're going to do a lot of group clapping today.
Are we going to cheer after random things today?
Yeah, every conversation.
Oh, I love this.
Like,
I love
topic
this
over.
idea.
Next topic.
Yay!
Yay! Hello, William.
What?
Keep your hands in frame. I don't know. Okay. Here they are. Here, you can still see I'm keeping a finger, but I have to. Ha ha ha!
My drink
Cheers.
is on the floor.
Where'd your hands go?
They were never gone.
Oh.
And of course, when we cheers, we have to
make eye contact.
Make eye contact.
Eye contact.
We spill all the drinks on the
Yeah.
It's just like,
All
sorry
of
for
a
the
sudden the
technical
stream's
difficulties. I don't have a computer anymore.
Cheers, everybody.
William, I don't watch it either.
Yeah.
But everybody else does, and it's my fault. It's my fault. I didn't grow up with it, and it's just something that I'm catching up. They're catching me up. Anime.
I didn't get into anime.
William and I were having a conversation just now.
That's nice.
Yeah, we're kind of friends.
It took me until
You actually
college.
are.
Really.
This is Will.
This
You
is
know
Will.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I've never. I'm so glad you're here, Will. You said some nice things just now, and I was like, "Who is this William?" I didn't even read the last name. I don't know if you've met Will. Will, this is Joe.
Mm-hmm.
This is my lady hand, if you would like to accept it. I saw in a movie they do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Is that...
oh.
Oh.
Isn't that nice?
Genteel.
I feel like Will making a new friend. Hello.
I wish you were
might
Will.
say. I know the feeling. Can relate. Hello, Dustin Strange. Thank you for coming twice. Castlevania was awesome. I'm glad that you liked it.
Well, I'll be playing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
On where?
Twitch.
What time?
On Twitch?
I start at 3. 3 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You can find... Oh, you have to choose between us for this bow.
Oh, there are only 2 bows.
Unless you want to forfeit this one.
Or...
If I have to
both.
choose between giving either one of
One
you a
for
bow,
each
I'll just
suspender.
take both of them. I don't want either of them to feel bad, and they already know I'm an asshole, so that's fine.
We should make it like a talking stick. Like, you get to talk down.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Oh,
do
that's
shoulder
great.
bows.
Just it's like a microphone.
So when we wrote the album...
Yes, there's the link. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
For Twitch, the Twitch, all the switchers, which was established.
Well, what are we going to talk about today?
Yeah.
I want to tell some people about some really cool characters that we wrote about in our new upcoming masterpiece.
Oh, he's never called it a masterpiece before.
I mean,
It
only
is, though.
to myself.
It's pretty good,
I
though.
talk
It's
about
really
it a
good.
lot.
That's a great album.
So we've released 2 singles from this upcoming album, Come Meet the Reapers and Target Practice. And last Friday, we did a special little sneak preview for those who saw it on Friday. We released Here Comes Trouble, which is our next single that's going wide next Friday. And all of the proceeds last Friday went to the NAACP. And that was a part of the thing that Bandcamp was doing, which was wonderful. And they were doing their percentage, and we gave our percentage. And we raised like $150, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you guys for getting that.
Yeah, thank you.
If any of you are out there, we've been getting good feedback from it. And if any of you liked it, you can just be like, yeah, I was there. And then some people will be like, no, I missed it. And then it'll be like, haha, now we're going to talk about it.
We got one really rough review.
Yeah.
One really rough one.
From who?
Julian.
Jillian!
No!
Julian.
Jillian!
She told me not to tell anyone, but...
But we brought it up already, so now she'll just always know. Yay! I know there's a leg, but I'm just gonna pretend that Jillian said yay, too.
Well, fittingly enough for our release, our first one, Come Meet the Reapers,
oh, wow.
was mostly focused on our very own.
I'm sorry, I think we just...
Did we just miss a lot of information?
I think so. I think someone just got kicked off.
Oh dear.
I didn't see what was said or what happened, but we got people on the case. Namely,
What?
I don't know what happened. Anyway, sorry. And thank you, Aaron, for whatever happened there, for taking care of it. Sometimes you got to take the trash out. Jillian, don't push it. You know what I just said.
She's not here. We could say whatever we want.
True. For those of you who don't know, Jillian is, of course, the keys player for FableCry. I feel like you guys have referenced her and not given her context, but she needs context.
She's sassy.
You're right.
She's fun, and we never thought there could be
glorious.
someone as equally as annoying as me in the band, and we found her. And oh man,
It's weird.
it's been
best.
great.
It's weird.
Usually we all talk in the van on the way, but since Jill has joined, there's just me and Jill talking, and then uncomfortable silence from the other beautiful gentlemen in our band, and then we'll be like, oh, are we going too far? And you guys are like, no.
Well, because the van is big enough that they usually just like, oftentimes it's like me and Scott up front talking about whatever, and then Jillian and Joe talking about whatever, a different kind of whatever, and then Andrew's behind, usually sleeping.
It was Scott who got kicked off,
No way.
but he's too handsome to be kept down.
That's
I
how
don't.
it works.
I don't believe
Look
it.
at that.
Nobody kick Scott off.
It was a
Not
Nightbot.
even a robot.
Nightbot's been a little frisky the past week. I use Nightbot as well.
What is that?
It's a feature you can use while streaming to kind of like cue commands and things, but sometimes if someone talks too much, it will be like, shut up. But we won't ask anyone to shut up here.
No, we won't. We
Everyone
want
say
you.
what they want.
Please
We want you to open up, not shut up.
Characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
I
talking
just-
about characters.
I just also learned what Nightbot was, and I feel silly for
Did you?
derailing that whole thing. Because I was like, oh man, Nightbot got kicked off. Guys, this is an old stream. This is a stream from 1932. Long before Nightbot, it didn't mean what it means now. Nay.
No.
Not once.
They said nay back then.
They did, but it was like, it was
What
it was still too old.
Can't-
Like,
Oh, you're going too fast. I'm
sorry. We'll have time.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, this is too like West Side Story. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just do it
Yeah.
with more feeling.
Oh my god.
Nightbot! You son of a gun! Get on out of here! Good job, Aaron, for kicking Nightbot off.
Okay, so the characters.
Brief rundown. I'll set the scene. The year is 1932. It's in some city. Nondescript. Could be your own. The Prohibition just ended. The bootleggers who are so good at their little job don't have anything to do now. Because booze is legal, and it's fun to run around with it in your fast little coupe. Yeah. Look at this. Newly legalized right here.
It's fun.
It's fun.
In moderation.
That's right. That's right.
But what are we gonna do now?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I got word of something a little kooky.
Oh yes.
I didn't believe it at first.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of this little thing called vampires.
I was trying to get in character, like be surprised. Just keep
Yeah.
going.
You look so surprised.
That's what I did theater in high school.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
I peed a little.
I was not expecting that reaction. That was good.
I planned that for hours.
I-
I'm so nervous. Just sweating. Alright, this will be easy now.
Yep.
Vampires, you say?
Vampires?
I heard those were only in folklore and children's stories in Europe.
Nay!
Ah,
They're real.
okay.
And
What are they doing?
they're drinking blood,
Sounds about right.
just like vampires do.
Okay, that's not a stretch.
And there are a bunch of underground
Mm-hmm.
societies filled with these guys and gals and whatever.
I think
And they... Question? Sorry.
do they sparkle in the sun like Edward from Twilight?
The sun hurts them a little.
Oh,
Not...
okay, classic vampire. Not
Yeah,
like,
it's
okay.
pretty classic. But, yeah, they wear glitter. It's hard to tell whether they are sparkling or if they're glamorous, is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
You know, this is... The 20s were just roaring like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, there's still, like, sticky champagne which sparkles in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
These people
So-
didn't shower then.
It was tough.
These
Yeah.
were dirty vampires.
Okay.
People were dirty,
Anyway, so.
and they... These vampires,
Mhm.
they, just like a lot of people, party people, needed booze back when we were running booze, you know? But now booze is legal, but vampires exist.
Mm-hmm.
What if we run some blood? Thoughts?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Blood
I know.
bootlegging.
That sounds
Blood
crazy.
bootlegging. That's kind of where my character comes in.
Mm-hmm.
The scene has been set.
Come meet the Reapers. Starts off. And you can imagine during that part, you're driving fast. And instead of having a bunch of jars of moonshine sloshing around, you got like pouches of blood and barrels of blood. And they can come in carafes too. You could put them in anything. And you're just dropping them off at these little vampire speakeasies, doing your thing. And you're so good at it. I got so good at it. Let me be honest.
What's
Well,
your
who
character's
are you?
name?
Oh, my name?
Who are you?
My name's Archie
Wait.
Walker.
Oh.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I only. Oh, you need to
Two
have your
lady hands.
handshake.
Two lady hands.
You know, I can do what I
My
want.
character wouldn't do that. My
But my
character would be like,
character would do that. So,
well, Archie,
Yes.
yeah,
how deep did you get in this business? Did it treat you well?
for a while, I was real deep.
Oh,
And it was treating me very well.
Mm-hmm.
what happened?
Well, I started running around with Harold, the Diamond, Hellsinger.
Don't say that name.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
He who should not be named.
I'll say it. I'm not scared of him.
Should be.
Well, he thought he could take me under his wing because he owned half the city, as many of you know. You know.
They don't know. That's why you're telling them.
Yeah, you really gotta set some more context.
Harold the Diamond Hellsinger. The diamond in quotes, because he's not a real diamond, he's a man, but his eyeball was removed at some point. Many legends about how it happened, but he replaced it with a glass eye and a diamond encrusted in the middle. So he shines and shows off his little glamour. Not so little.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you'd think it's big glamour.
I'd say it's big glamour. All glamorous vampires are glamorous. It's dirty vampires. Blood doesn't get you where gin could. Just catching up. The first Red Cross. We know. No, we knew. End quotes. Vampires? End quotes, actually. Vampires. I'm saying it now. Harold, the Diamond Hellsinger. He owns half the town. He's a criminal. Everyone knows it, but he gets away with everything.
He's got some connections, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just about everywhere.
And if you get on his good side, maybe. But if you're on his bad side...
And I got on his good side. For a while. Until I didn't like the way he was running things. And I knew I could do better.
He totally would say that.
Right?
But you've met Harold. I could do better.
There has been a request to see a puppet of the person with the diamond eye.
Oh, crayon.
Hold on to that question.
Hold on to that
We'll come back to it.
Don't go anywhere. Just stick around for a year.
If he's the diamond, are you the rough?
Ooh.
I don't like how you, like... I feel like you're about to be like, yeah,
Ooh,
I'm so cool.
Yeah, I am the rough.
Yeah. I worked my way up from the bottom.
Yeah, I did. Well, that's what, yes. Basically, he had a little chink in his armor, and I exploited it and had him sent to prison. Unfortunately, he still had too many connections on the outside, and they roughed me up pretty good. And they buried me alive.
How'd you get out?
I was saved.
Aw. That's nice.
By who?
By some friends.
I wasn't one of them.
No. I didn't know her at the time. And also, she wouldn't have.
I definitely would not have done that.
Not just because we didn't know each other. I was at my last dying breath, gasping, coughing. Oh, there's dirt in my mouth.
The leaky coffin.
They barely bothered with a box. Let me say that.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
This is just
like
a
you
hole
could
in the
call it a
ground.
box. They buried me in it, and I was rescued by some vampire pals. Found. They decided to rescue me by turning me. And it was that night that I became vampire.
A what? A what? Is that how your kind says it?
Oh my god. People fall over.
He's not even using his legs to go away. That's just how they work. They just slide all around everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Archie sounds...
So that was Archie Walker. That was Zach's character in this new album.
Archie kind of sounds a little full of himself, if you ask me. He's he seems to really like to talk about himself, kind of like someone else I know. I can't quite... But, oh wow.
It was then I became And I swore vengeance against my enemy.
What was his name?
Harold.
Harold who?
The Diamond Hellsinger.
You talk pretty well in those.
You actually
I thought,
do pretty good.
I thought you were
These
gonna be
are
like
actually pretty
Harold
nice.
Diamond Hellsinger.
Oh, shiny tits. we hate him.
Can I do a brief aside?
Oh, yeah.
So for one of our Festival of Ghouls, once we established that this was going to be the plot of our conceptual album, we were like, wouldn't it be so cool if we sang with fangs in our mouths? And we're singing the show, and all of us were just like, I remember very well, I remember stay in your place. They're not easy to sing in, guys. So if you're like, hey, I want to wear some fangs and try to, I don't know, woo someone over.
Someone's wooing.
Sing a ballad.
There's wooing involved.
Yeah, singing.
Just talk with words with a lot of S's. Think about it.
Yes. Think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it. No, these are actually pretty good ones. I got some pretty good, okay ones.
We know every brand of vampire fangs.
That's
at this
true.
point.
Yeah.
Actually,
No, these were. I feel bad because I'm forgetting the name of the company. They actually do molds and the mold of your teeth.
Oh, cool.
And
that is very.
and one of them chipped, so I'm I'm not sure that it will stay on the whole time. We're going to find out. But yeah, I think during that first show, also when we were singing with fangs and just we got the first ones we could find, we were singing and then one of them like fell out.
Yeah.
And then I was just like,
It was an adventure.
We see the cameras just filming the live performance, and we're like, play it off, play it
It's
off,
fine.
play it off.
It's fine.
So, Newt Prince has asked, please tell me Welcome to the Joint fits somewhere in this.
Yes, it does.
It does.
This might be.
Was that honestly where you started the whole idea of this whole conceptual album? Like, wasn't that the first song you wrote for it?
That was the first song I wrote for it.
Yeah.
And it had a few different directions that it was going to go, actually, because I knew that I wanted this sense. We're now talking about Welcome to the Joint because New Prince, you brought it up, and so we're going to hint. There's a lot about Welcome to the Joint that you don't know, and a lot about the character of the man. Jordy's character. Sorry.
Does he not have a name?
He has a name. Of course he has a name. It would be foolish not to give a main character a name. Max Rudolph. His name is Max Rudolph. I want to hint at it because there's some fun stuff about
Just a little hint.
about that. But I'll at least give the origins of that. Yes, you're right. That was one of the first songs that I wrote for the album, and it was I knew that I wanted vampires in the 1930s, but that came a little later because it was going to be just sort of the idea of this man stumbling upon this wild world of this speakeasy late night thing. It sort of tumbled into it. It wasn't always going to be that.
What were some of the other things it was going to be? Quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
30 seconds, tops.
And
he was going to die and then wake up in this speakeasy, and they were all going to be different dead people. And then I was like, oops, that's Corpse Bride.
That's right, I forgot about that. Because you hadn't seen Corpse Bride, right? You told me about this.
I saw it when it first came out, but years ago, so it was not in my memory.
Yeah.
I liked it, but yeah, it was somewhere in my subconscious. I just wrote, like,
you just rewrote Corpse
the Bones
Bride.
Jangles or whatever his name is.
Bone Jangles, yes.
Bone Jangles.
oh
See?
my god.
I didn't want to admit to that, but you forced me into it.
I think it's fun.
It is funny, and no, but we also, we like spooky things, and vampires are so much fun. But vampires have predominantly been written into Victorian and modern times, and sometimes medieval. and little hints at different eras, but I love old noir films and detectives and also the idea of bootlegging. So it's like, how can we combine this? So the story started evolving, and you will get to know Max Rudolph, the character who stumbles into the joint, and find out why he stumbled into there.
But more fittingly, we thought we'd start with the main characters. So
Archie and wait, who's the other main character?
the better one. So the issue.
Okay.
Zach started telling me about this whole story for this album, and I was like, it's good, but like, there's like some beautiful, talented, smart-witted, beautiful character missing.
I already just described that character, though.
But it's...
Oh.
So...
Oh. Do you want a boat?
There was born.
There.
Hello. Josie.
Yes.
Josie who?
Belue.
Josie Belue.
Josie
Belue. I feel like Josie needs a little more, like...
Oh, no.
Okay.
So Josie.
Yeah. Go. What about her? Where does she come into all this? Vampires and bootlegging?
Have you ever met someone who you just meet them and you're like, they're destined for, like...
Okay.
They're just destined for greatness.
Yeah.
Whatever she's gonna do, she's gonna be successful. And I was just told that all the time. Even if someone told me, this isn't yours.
You were Josie. This is your character, Josie.
They're the same.
Sure.
So Josie, she knows how to work her way through it. If someone tells you no, you just gotta say it a little sweeter. You just gotta maybe put on a little more lipstick. You just gotta work your way in there. She worked her way up the ranks. She got to be the favorite at every, I'm talking right now, at every single nightclub. Yeah. Everyone knew who she was. If it was cold, she got a jacket. And you know what they'd say? Keep it.
Oh. That's sweet.
I have a lot of jackets. So, when you have this much talent, charisma, character, and black bows on your head,
that just get higher and higher.
I want to make sure that everyone knows they represent my place.
Very good.
You know what's next? The stage.
Obviously.
Oh.
Why wouldn't you go there?
Yes, I wrote these songs, and I talked to like 3 gentlemen, and they all said, that's the best song I ever heard. And I knew they meant it. There was no other intention there.
Yeah.
They said I was the best thing they ever heard, and I was like, oh my gosh.
You're right.
This is it. And you know who one of them was?
Who was
Harold Diamond
Hellsinger.
Hellsinger.
Oh, gross! Oh, we hate him.
So this, we'll call him a gentleman for now.
Yeah.
Because we need to, fully really explain the extent of this. But we're trying to play it cool right now. We don't want him to know, too much as of yet.
Sure.
But he essentially promised me a whole lot. Center stage, showcase artist.
Yeah.
The finest, won't have to pay for a thing anywhere for the rest of my life. Dresses, shoes. Did I mention I got a lot of jackets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a lot of jackets.
Yeah, lots of jackets.
I've never seen you wear the same one twice.
So, basically, I accept my spot, center stage. That's been waiting for me my whole life.
Sure.
Yeah, it was made.
A couple months go by, and then I see a certain Mr. H in the back showing one of my dresses and holding it up to another lady.
Rude.
I was mid-song.
Whoa.
And I knew that everyone in the crowd would understand because they all love me if I stopped my song mid-song to go out and try and talk to them.
Sure. They're there to see you.
You know what happened next?
I don't.
Some freaking guys came out, pick me up, take me out of there. I don't even remember what happened, but I wake up. Dark, musty, smelly, dirty. That's nothing affiliated with me.
Those are
Shiny, sparkles, beautiful.
Did we mention beautiful?
Lots of jackets.
So many jackets.
There was no jackets
So
in there.
beautiful with so many jackets.
Where were you?
I still don't really know. I was just dark, smelly, dirty. I'm trying to remember everything, and I'm just like, who did this to me? How did I get here? And right when it starts to come to, I'm just in a dirty slip in a graveyard. That's all I got. But the last thing I remember is him. But I knew...
Did you have anything, like a note or anything? Anything that you woke up to? Just curious. An address or something?
Oh, I did see an address.
Oh.
I almost forgot.
Was the penmanship, really good?
It was okay.
But you could tell, he was in a hurry because you could tell, or I don't know.
Whoever wrote it?
Uh-huh. Was, maybe in a hurry just to make sure that you got the message, but...
So that's why his handwriting might not have been...
it was still really good for being rushed.
I could figure it out. We can post it like that.
You didn't go to a different address first, right?
This is how it's been, you guys. But essentially, I know someone who knows more answers as to how I got there, and for better or for worse, probably the latter, it led me to
find out.
Archie.
Aww.
I'm keeping this one.
Yeah, that's okay. We can...
You can come back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
I don't know if Will's still watching, but I'm using your folding chair right now, so I appreciate
Will, if
you
you're
leaving
still
that
there.
over here.
We talked about it before we started streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, quite extensively.
We're like, we can't forget the folding chair.
Where are we going to sit? And then we're like, well, we got two chairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's questions about me, Josie. So.
Also,
what? No, you can.
They're
You
questions
have your
about
own.
me. They're questions
I know,
about me.
but no, it's just the jackets. I have some of them now. Remember?
Me and Zach actually do fit into each other's clothes pretty nicely.
Because now you have enough to give.
At least 39 jackets.
It's a pretty good amount of jackets.
Each from a different, very handsome man and woman.
Mostly handsome.
Very handsome.
Somewhat handsome. Will is here. The folding chair.
Yes.
Good. Oh yes.
So, this was the backstory behind your characters.
Yeah, and we have a lot more to disclose
Oh yeah,
about.
that was only a little bit.
This is just the
We don't want to give it
introduction.
away all too much, but we thought we'd talk about the most important part of the story.
Well,
And
the parts that were important.
the best part of the story.
The very important parts. They're.
I'm 5'1". Oh, this is
You
so
are very tall,
embarrassing.
Joe.
This went on
Very
for like
tall.
brief aside.
Sure.
It was a joke ongoing on the Twitch thing where people were like, "Wait, are you short?" Yes, I pick up my cat Belue and he's massive, but I'm also short.
It's a combo.
So I was like, "Yeah, I'm 5'1", and everyone was like, "No, you're 4'13", and I got really defensive. I was like, "No, I'm 5'1". I'm not 4'13", and it just went on for probably an hour, and it took a while.
That's good.
They said it weird.
Joe left. She's so
All right,
mad.
that's okay. I'll just. So.
She's just out the door.
I'm coming back.
Yes, I am also. I'm also 413. Only tonight. So, somewhat reluctantly, there was only one way for us to defeat him.
Yes.
Perhaps I could use a little help. Perhaps someone who can, like walk during the daytime, for instance. That doesn't hurt. But not necessarily the most applicable. So I guess we gotta join together to defeat this big bad man.
Yep.
Because nobody knows him better than us, huh?
We do know his ups and his downs.
Yes, we do.
So we tolerate each other. But my songs are better than yours.
I think it's subjective.
So unintentionally, writing these characters, we've found that writing them, we accidentally made a lot of ourselves into these characters themselves, which have made the process. Oh my god! Did you see that? You're totally dead. That
I'm dead.
It.
I hope you guys could see that. I had a fly land on my nose just then while she was talking, just like casually, like, oh, this looks like a good place to land. Something delicious and dead. Hum yum yum.
That's perfect.
Anyway, we found that yes, we wrote a lot of the story, like you said, as we continued to write the album. Yes, initially when we wrote it, there was no plans about me having any songs in it, because admittedly, at that time, I wasn't really writing at all.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming. I started writing it basically almost right after Monsters came out. Just started dabbling with it and playing around with what the next story would be. Initially, it was going to be an EP, and then it was turned into longer. I just kept writing, and then it was going to be a double EP, and then it just grew, and then we needed more characters, and by this time,
so that's why.
By this time, Joe was. So when Monsters came out, you were still very new to the band, and
I literally joined the band, and we learned, recorded, and made the music video for Fancy Dancing within
2 weeks
or
maybe.
something.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. When I moved to Nashville, I didn't have any plans. I didn't have a band, and I would just show up to venues with my violin and be like sitting by the front of the stage, hoping someone would ask me up. And it got me a little bit of gigs, but then I went to a jam, and someone pointed at Zach, and was just like, that guy needs a violinist. And I was like, I'll reenact it. Everyone was in a circle, and as the night came on, I was just like... Oh! I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there.
That was how you acted, because we didn't... Because I had gotten a tip to go to this jam. I was mutual friends with the people who didn't show up very often, but was like, hey, this really good violinist who just moved into town. I know you need one for the band. You should come to this jam. So it was very intentional. It's the only reason I went. And we didn't talk to each other until the end of the night. We both were just being very coy, no, we're just playing music with our friends. This is no big deal. And meanwhile, intentionally sitting next to each other, okay, pretty good. Yeah. No, that was good. I liked what you did. Yeah. Oh, that was good. And I played some FableCry stuff, and then you played a song you wrote.
Yeah, there was a pause in the night where people were getting shy about sharing their songs, but I knew you were there. And I was like, I need to impress him. And so, like, right when there was a pause, like, come on, someone, just say they have a song. And I was like, I do. And I played.
I was like, oh, all right, that's good. That's bold.
Yes, I went to that jam session once before, and I was so shy and so scared. And I took an open seat next to, you want to guess? Scott Fernandez.
Scott Fernandez.
Scott Fernandez.
Scott Fernandez.
And Scott
Who just said he was here for this story.
Well, yeah, he was there for both nights. See, it was
Both
the first
stories.
night Zach wasn't there. But
True.
I sat down, I was so nervous and so shy, and Scott was wearing a Final Fantasy shirt. And I don't think I even looked at you, Scott. I just sat next to you and was like, I like your Chocobo shirt. You were like one of the only people I talked to that night. I was so nervous. But then when you came the next time and someone was just like, that guy needs a violinist, I was like, go time. Okay.
And I was like, where's this violinist? I hear there's a violinist around. Huh? Who's gonna? And it was like one. I bet that's her.
The song I played, actually, I've released on my own personal EP, which I don't talk too much about, is I recorded it when I was very young. It was right when I graduated from Berkeley. You can find it on the internet if you look hard for it.
It's very good.
The man we only know is Jim. But it's a spooky song. And,
it's very good.
And this is...
That whole album is good.
Thank you. That's
yeah.
really nice.
It's great. Yeah, where on the internet? Actually, that legitimately people should.
If you
There are
I
like
don't know
two,
that I've ever
there are
heard
like
it,
two songs in
actually.
particular, that being one of them. And I don't remember the titles. I'm sorry. I haven't listened for a while.
No, if you
But
look on
they're
Spotify,
like-
Joe Cleary, you'll find me.
And it's on there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
But
great.
by the end of the night,
Yep.
me and Zach were talking to each other, and Scott also popped in because he was just like, I tolerate both of you.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had met Joe the week before. Scott and I knew each other for, I think, about 2 years up to that point, because we were like FableCry, the duo, freak folk rock duo, and Scott Fernandez, the solo bassist, were two people who didn't fit on any bill, so people just decided to put us on the same bill quite often. So like, you guys are weird, let's put them both. So we played a lot of shows together. So we knew Scott. Scott had offered to play bass, and I didn't believe him. He had been doing it for years, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. Scott's so good. He doesn't want to play bass for this band. Like,
These two kids in the corner that are
sense.
like,
Yeah, we're like bells and kazoos. So yeah, that night, it really happened. It basically was like, yeah, this was a great jam. Let's all play together.
It is pretty crazy, honestly, how we all just found each other in that scenario.
Yeah.
We were all really creative people. We were all musicians. This was a host night for encouraging creative minds to meet, and immediately me, Zach, and Scott were just like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And look
great.
at us now.
And then we ended up, this was also just a fun fact that we recorded most of that last album at that same house. Because it was Ford Hickok's house.
Yeah.
For Fire Breath Records.
The fly landed on you again.
I am a stinky dead boy. It's rough here.
There's just so many flies.
I'm glad you guys like the album. Likes your album. That's
about you.
See? It's your album. Pencils has heard it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great album. It really is. I hope the rest of you see it and listen to it.
Well, again, that was just a time when I wasn't writing much. So bringing it back to what we're talking about now, when it came to you writing your next album, you had such a direct vision and undeniably, like, your own style. Like, when we did, We'll Show You Where the Monsters Are, I was like, I don't see how any of the things I wrote would fit into that. But then one magical evening, I, let's say, was let go in the love department of life. So I called upon my best friend. And I was like, please, can I just be around you and maybe be sad? And you were like, I need to
Yes.
record tonight, so you can be around, but please.
Andrew was there.
Please.
Andrew Core is here
Andrew
right now.
was here!
He was a part of this story. He was here for
Yay!
Yep.
Andrew was there.
We were recording drums to, for sake of the story, let's just say it was Reapers.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it was one of the songs on the new album. It was Come Meet the Reapers.
So, I kept interrupting the recording session when you said the one condition I could be there was that I wouldn't interrupt. But I was sad, so I needed to have people hear me. So Zach gave me a bottle of wine and went, go.
I love that he wrote, did you drink some wine, perhaps?
Maybe.
There
might have been
So
some
met
wine.
Joe drank the wine, and Joe wrote some very angry lyrics. And then the next morning, Zach looked at them, was like...
Yeah, because I handed you the bottle, and you're like, okay, do you have a notebook or something? And I gave her mine, so you left it. It's somewhere, and...
Yeah, he let me write in his own lyric notebook, and I wrote target practice. And we talked about it, and you were like, I like the lyrics, I like what you did. And I was like, I don't know, because, like, songs, they can come from, like, emotional places. And I was like, I don't know, but it did encapsulate... Honestly, target practice... Is it okay if I talk about it?
I think this is a good time to talk about it.
Okay.
Now that the scene has been set with the character behind the target practice, Josie Belue.
Well, it's so, like we were talking about, we kind of wrote about our characters, and it's just that kind of strive for just, like, I'm going to get there. That's what Josie's all about, and that's what Joe's all about. I'm going to get there. So even though I felt in a low place, target practice, essentially, is a very aggressive standpoint of just, like, I'm going to be on top, and I'm going to laugh being on top, and kind of like those old-timey cartoons, shooting at your feet, making you dance like a little old cowboy.
It's and literal murder. Not you, that's where the characters separate.
No, I don't get my hands dirty.
That's where the characters separate, but Josie Belue has murder on her mind. Joe Cleary has murder in her fingers. Whoa, shredded!
That was a good, I like that. That was a good
Good save. Good transition. That was great. I'm proud of both of you.
And what honestly really solidified my character was during that time as well, when things started, I was just like moving on with my life, getting fine. We went to see a certain musical.
Oh no. What was it?
Do you forget?
Of course not.
Oh.
It's my favorite musical.
We saw 1, 2, 3.
Cabaret! Oh.
We saw Cabaret. And at this point you already wrote Welcome to the Joint, right?
Yeah, I had the idea for because we've both been Cabaret fans for a while, but we didn't see it together, and we hadn't seen it. Had you seen it live before?
I've never seen it live. I only saw the movie.
That was same. That was my first time seeing the live production in person, not on YouTube with Alan coming.
And it was an incredible performance. And we talked the entire way back to the car, just like how excited we were to make something and how to like create what we wanted to make. And that really started to solidify in my head the idea of my character, which again is so close to me. If you know the story of Cabaret, just the idea of this girl who's so like, I deserve this. I'm gonna fake it till I make it. Look at me, I'm center stage. And almost being kind of like a jerk about it. I hope in real life I'm not quite as bad. Probably a little bit. But
she's so mean.
I have the bow.
No! Don't hit me with it.
Don't hit my sword here again.
Was that like the model who like threw a phone? She's like, I'm talking. But that's when it really started to come together. But again, like, my character wasn't really an idea. Like, you were writing the story, and then by chance I just came up with something, and it started to fit in as you developed your character.
Well, there was... Well, sort of. Sort of, because Welcome to the Joint was going to be a lady that walked into the club initially. And then I was like, I don't think it's time to introduce this character here, and also because I wanted a central character to be a lady, but it felt weird to like, hello, this is new music. Now watch this lady walk into this place and get eaten by a bunch of people. It just didn't bode well.
Yeah.
Vampires.
Not just random.
To clarify.
To clarify, just just get
things.
So that character was invented out of like this will be this club has a history of doing this, of like, hey, come here, come do the thing. But the development of it, other than just like, here, I think you should have a character, and I think you should also be mad at this guy.
And I'm like, I'm so good at being mad at guys.
That's great. Like, all right, what's your story?
How much do you want me to do this? Here's 2 songs. And you're like, oh, okay, cool.
That's great. Let's do another half song, too.
But we shouldn't talk too much about that yet.
No way. You don't know about it yet.
But there is a surprise where these 2 creative minds work together to put something half and half.
Yep.
And it's basically the perfect representation of who we are.
It is.
We play fighting for sure.
We do. Oh, for sure. We've been very dear friends for 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So we've definitely fought.
Oh yeah.
And it's been rough.
In every state of America.
In every state of America.
We go on the road. You can hear us in the distance of your state. No, it actually hasn't been that much.
No, it really hasn't. But there were a few. I would say actually one of the first seeds. It's all topical. It's not an aside, but one of the first seeds that began this was I was weirdly protective of this band in the creative process, and I still am to a degree, but sorry, I just could feel the like, oh no, really, but that was one of the worst tours that we had together for various reasons, and the like us working through it conversation.
And Scott fixed us.
Basically, Scott fixed us. We were mad at each other, and
we were like 2 wet cats, and Scott just picked us up and was like, "Stop it!" And we're both like,
and then he's like, "Now you go." Kiss. And then it was like, then we went, and then it was like, "Now you go." And then we talked. And
he's like, "Nope, you said something mean. Now Zach gets to say something." Like literally had to ref us through it.
It was.
That's a good friend.
It was literally all night.
Yeah, Scott's the best friend.
Scott is the best friend.
So Scott saved FableCry.
Scott, no, in a legit way, Scott did save FableCry because
in a lot of ways.
Before that argument, that same night, like you just walked away down the street in a random town in Baltimore. Was it Baltimore?
Yeah, it was Baltimore.
Yeah, like we were.
Yeah, I was just like
staying at someone's house, and then we just like we were arguing out on the porch in the middle of the night, and then like she just walked off, and I was like, I went inside. I was like, Joe is so mad at me, and I was the dick. Like, I can see why. It was so ridiculous.
Scott agrees.
It's accurate. So. Yeah, that was, he saved FableCry, and then, like, the next night, we had a good show, and kind of just got through it, but had a conversation that was like, I don't want to be mad anymore, and, do you remember, you were basically just like, yeah. I want to know what my role is in this band, and I was like, I want you to be more a part of it, I want you to write and do stuff with it.
And we hugged.
And probably cried a little.
Yeah, I definitely
did.
And Scott was playing video games.
And laying on his tummy.
So I just ran in and laid on my tummy next to him.
And you were both wearing the exact, both wearing red t-shirts with gray loungy pants.
This is an adorable story.
This was like the worst week and one of the most important weeks for FableCry. That was like a make or break, and also like the way we have handled conversations and arguments, tiffs since would not be the same.
Yeah, for sure. And fun fact, there was one picture of FableCry where you can clearly see how I felt. Do you remember that picture? There's a picture taken during that tour where Zach is singing, and in the corner you see me playing violin, and I'm literally looking at you like...
Oh my god.
Like, I looked like I hated you.
I was going through some things, and I made some personal decisions that affected...
Oh, we all did. We all did.
Yeah, we all did.
Past,
I just, I was inconsiderate. It was a selfish time in both of our lives. I think fair to say.
Yep. But it goes to show life lesson that we can all bring around.
There you go.
If you have someone you love, it's worth talking it out. You know when it's worth it.
It's true.
Give someone a call if you haven't for a while. Figure it out.
That's a good thing.
Just let them know, like, hey, when we used to hang out, that was really fun. I hope you're good. You never know how much of an impact that can have on someone.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
And there are points in this album that do reflect some of that, because we both were just like points when we wrote separately. Some of it we wrote together, some of it we collaborated on, some of it was like, all right, you write a thing, I'll write a thing, and just like go back and forth. And we summoned the anger, definitely, and just was like, all right, let's be shitty at each other. And and it was very fun, because we were having a good time the whole time, and like laughing about how ridiculous. Because half of the time, anger with people you love and care about is stupid and funny,
and you know it at the time too.
Yeah, and then you get defensive about it and get mad that you're mad, and it just gets cyclical. So now we were able to write this album of people reluctantly working together to have a common goal.
I just wanted my songs on the album.
That's really what it was about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't want to have to write more songs.
It's not released yet.
Fair.
One is.
It's pretty
There
good.
is at least one song of Joe's on this album.
In the world.
What's it called again?
Target practice!
Target practice! Ah! It's really good. Is Nightbot a thing?
Is Nightbot a person?
Because Nightbot's actually commenting.
That's how it works a bit.
I don't know how it works. Does
it
Nightbot
typically apologize for banning people?
Because Nightbot just
it
apologized for
to Scott.
banning Scott.
Okay, so streaming world, hello.
answers.
Pencils probably knows more than I do. Essentially, Nightbot is like a little program that you can make keywords for to make it delegate to do certain things. For instance, on
I want you to explain it to us. But if we're like the only people who don't know what Nightbot is, and it's like,
it's probably not worth the time. I'll explain it later.
Guys, look up
She'll
Nightbot.
tell us when we're older.
Joe's gonna tell us when we're older. Oh, Anthea! Yay!
Hi.
Oh, my sister Anthea is here. Thank you for joining.
Also, Rena and Jesse are here too. I did notice that a while ago and didn't say hi.
Oh my
but
gosh.
It's good to see you guys.
So many
I
people
miss
we
them
like.
so much.
No.
So very much. I can't wait to find out about Nightbot.
Nightbot being sentient.
That's all I can think about.
That's all I can think about. Everybody keeps talking about it. And now Nightbot's even talking about it.
But that's target practice. You want to talk
Target
about
practice.
Come Meet the Reapers, or should we delve into our new buddy that's coming out?
I like that you said dwelve.
I did too.
And I just want to...
I took the SATs.
Because it sounds
I
like...
did pretty good. My parents made me make multiple tests.
It sounds like when you...
Dwelve,
like, I don't believe you
sounds
did
like
it.
you're about to delve into something, but with floaties. That's what it sounds like.
Wow.
There's a pool.
Yeah,
dwelve.
like you're gonna dwell...
Dwelve.
Like, it's like, yeah, you're delving into
You're
it, but
delving,
you
but in a
know...
float.
And you know you're gonna dwell there a long time. like you were gonna like, oh, I'm about to dwelve on this for a while.
I genuinely feel you improved upon the word, Joe. I do.
Thank you.
It was good.
Oh, hello, Mom. Mom is here as well.
Hello.
Marilyn.
Mom.
Happy Mother's Day
Yeah.
to everybody who missed it.
You missed it by a lot.
And happy Father's Day to all the daddies out there. That just happened. It's topical.
It's very topical.
So much of what I was rambling about, I wasn't rambling. That's not my
No, we were
style.
talking about delving into the new buddy.
The newest
I don't know.
buddies? Is that what you're
That's up to
suggesting?
the two of you.
I'm suggesting that, or if you'd like to talk about Coming to the Reapers. Because you guys got a little bit about the Joe side of things. Do you want to disclose anything more about Archie before we... We're not going to tell you guys everything.
I think maybe musically, just to explain where Coming to the Reapers happens in the story.
Okay.
It's one of the early songs, and it's sort of Archie's introduction. And so there's telling about the backstory, and then there's I'm awesome talk, you know. And then there's a breakdown section. This is only cool if you're hearing it actually in process. It's like, the breakdown has a rhythm of SOS, because that's the point in the story when he's getting beat up by the goons of Mr. H right before he gets buried alive. And then the last little bridge part when he's singing is like, now he's a vampire, and now he wants the blood.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess no, I did say enough about Archie. You'll find out more about Archie with the future songs.
So I guess you guys can probably
Kirsty's
figure
also
out.
here.
Oh, Kirsty!
Hi, Kirsty!
Gosh,
Kirsty, we were just talking about you.
we were.
Duo FableCry.
Maybe you've been here. Maybe you knew that. I would like to show you guys. Look at this.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes,
Isn't this nice?
Is perfect.
Our next single, the one that we mentioned that we had a preview of last Friday, is goading its wide release this upcoming Friday, and it is called
Here it comes.
I don't know.
It's
I
called Here
forgot how to
Comes Trouble.
read. It's called Here Comes Trouble, and it looks like that.
You didn't take the SAT.
I didn't have to. I was homeschooled, but my mom is very smart, and
No, that's why
she
you are
says,
an upstanding
and
young
she
citizen.
says I'm very
She
smart.
did a good job. You're an
And
upstanding citizen.
Thank you. Thank you. This is what comes of it.
But you can see in that artwork, man. Who do you think that is, everybody? Quiz time.
Uh-oh.
Who is the spooky gentleman in the cover? Do you
I
want to put
think
it
he's
up
a
again?
bad man. It's there.
That
Oh
looks like
yeah,
a
it's
bad
still
boy.
there.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So,
Who dat?
oh look at how his eye.
It
Not
just-
the one in the shadow.
it glistens.
Nonsense. Look at the other one that's shiny.
Let's see if anyone actually remembers the name. This is kind of long.
That's true.
Do you remember anyone?
Quiz time!
The name
Who
of
is
this?
the bad man?
The titular naughty boy.
The titular bad man.
The baddie.
He dwells into naughtiness.
Oh, he does. He dwells.
He dwells in nuttiness and flowers.
Nothing but the naughty
And
flowers.
I don't know they're gonna get. It's obviously Nightbot.
Oh,
It's Nightbot.
yeah.
Okay, Newbot just won. Or I called the Newbot, He's taking over all of us.
Newbot, no.
The Nightbot is taking over us all. Virgil, I will give you a point. I will give you a
that's
point.
pretty good.
Oh,
Chris-
nice,
Kirsty gets a
Virgil.
point?
Oh yeah, big time.
But who gets the full point? There's another name.
There's
Ooh, Harvey's a very good guess.
That's a good H name.
Dang.
It's the same amount of syllables.
Yep.
It's
There's
close.
just the first name missing. Mr. Hellsinger. We got that, and we got the diamond.
I know,
guy.
Newtbot. Beep, beep, boop.
Beep, beep, boop.
Also,
You're
here's
now
some
Newt
newt noises. That's what newts do.
Little known fact. That is a newt sound.
Harold Diamond Hellsinger.
Ding, 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 ding.
Well done,
Newtbot.
Newtbot.
Got it.
Newtbot, 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 Newtbot.
That's really nice. This artwork was done by Trace Farron, my sister-in-law, and
An incredible artist.
An incredible artist. Also did Come Meet the Reapers and Target Practice. I like the way we posted some stuff about how some of this came together, but a lot of them start with my little rough sketches, or in the case of Target Practice, photo.
I was about to look for my sketchbook and see if I could find it.
Yeah, we absolutely do. We were going. We were.
Don't mind me.
I want to.
You want to save it for
I do kind of want to save it.
We're going to save it for
We're going to save it. Because there's some good fun things, the way the sketches came together. Basically, I sketched it. She sketched the hand, because hands are hard to draw. And then Trace just turned it into this masterpiece.
I do have a really good photo of you holding a fake flower, just going...
Yeah, pose like that guy. And then
like that.
And then I did it. And I was like...
Exactly like
It's
that.
like, don't draw the fangs, though, because Mr. H is not a vampire. He just
Important
does business
fact,
with
actually.
the vampires.
Yeah, very important. fact.
Neither is Josie.
That's why the fly didn't land on me, is I'm not gross and smelly.
Yeah.
I'm great.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's been 6 years!
And counting. Actually, fun fact, even, speaking of years,
I like facts.
the next stream we will be celebrating the decade of FableCry as a band, and we'll be going through a lot of the history from the beginnings to the nows, and trying to just bulldoze through 10 years. There's a lot.
I'd like to thank Kirsty for being here. She is one of the reasons we exist now, and arguably that we're friends. Thank you, Kirsty.
Yes, thank you,
That is
Kirsty.
accurate. Thank you, Kirsty.
We love you, Kirsty.
I gotta clap too.
Yeah, it's not right if you don't.
Kirsty,
Kirsty, Kirsty, Kirsty,
Kirsty.
Everywhere I go, I just make yellow group.
Normally we I don't know. We'll stay tuned. Stay tuned. Our next stream was usually going to be in 2 weeks, but that's also Kirsty's birthday. But we want to have Kirsty involved with the stream. We'll let you know when it's going to be. Yeah, do some past and present. It's going to be a good time. And future, too. We'll just, bring on some random people and be like, maybe you'll play in FableCry. I don't know.
This is who's gonna replace Joe. She's awful.
Yeah, you saw the stream. Ooh, the good question. Newtbot. Outside of Welcome to the Joint, like outfits and makeup, y'all know I gotta draw them, and Mr. H. So Newtbot, also Newt Prince.
Yeah, we'll call you Newt Prince
has been doing a bunch of FableCry artwork. Just did one of the last stream that I put the makeup on that I shared on my Instagram, and it's fantastic. Newt, I'm so glad that you're doing this. Do we have more of Josie and Archie? I guess technically, like any live shows we've done in the last 2 years are us as those characters. Because we've been leaning into the time period and the aesthetic of the story that we're telling. So, oh no, Nightbot, there can be only one. I'm so mad. I'm so confused.
He's evolving,
still.
getting smarter.
I know.
More powerful.
I don't know about this. So, any of them that you want to do that you're inspired. There's gonna be more.
There are sketches. A lot of them live in my sketchbook because your sketchbook has been missing for a minute. But the sketches for the for the characters are in like pen and pencil in my sketchbooks. So we'll have access to those for you.
We're gonna do some nice fun behind. This is behind the curtain. You know this. You're here. We're gonna have future episodes with some of this.
Yeah, but we have fun things. We have some recording videos. We have a lot of just test runs of the show. We have a lot of really fun things we wanted to show, and we're thinking about diving into it a bit tonight. But we kind of want to make it its own moment.
Yeah, I do want to say how. So we've talked about the characters, we've talked about the songs that you've heard so far in Reapers and Target Practice, and we have hinted at the song Here Comes Trouble. This song is going to be, and is, indeed, the villain song of this album that's just basically full of villains, but this is the villain's villain song, and it's from Harold's point of view. And it's basically after he's killed us, and we're dead, and now we're plotting vengeance against him, and it's him singing at us. Like, you think I didn't know? You think I didn't know you were doing this? Like, come on. I'm always gonna be in charge.
Yeah, like children.
Screw you guys.
Yeah.
And just like the other two videos that you have probably seen that were live from our last Festival of Ghouls, Here Comes Trouble will also be available to see. So you'll be able to see the performance of Harold. Gosh, there's so much to
on
talk about.
Friday.
There's so many cool things with the song, and it'll be available everywhere. Spotify and Nightbot. Just tell him. Newtbot, fight Nightbot. Newtbot, you're the new Nightbot.
That will be our next stream.
Yeah. Just save it till the next stream.
Yeah, don't end it, but make this a battle. Don't end the war. We want to drag this out a little bit for drama.
Love the drama.
Drama-rama.
I do want to say, since we have talked about the story behind them and some of this, just some of the how we brought some of it to the stage, some of the videos, we'll be breaking some of that down more so, but so much of Festival of Ghouls, Wicked Ida here is basically the co-director of that show, and not just basically was, and has probably been as involved with this whole story as anyone, as the you've been a brainstormer with us.
Well, you brought it
from
to life
from the beginning too, and I was like, hey, I'm writing this thing, and I was like, I'm thinking about writing this thing, and you're like, that sounds like Corpse Bride.
Well, no, I remember we talked about. I think you had mentioned that alternative, and
I'm
I was
afraid
like,
that this sounds like this.
That does sound like Corpse Bride, but I was very excited about the like bootlegging vampires, setting a vampire story in that time is not something that I've seen before. Really, still haven't seen it.
I was really worried,
exists, but like I really haven't seen it anywhere before.
Because there have been things that come up, like that time period. I think just because we're living now in the new 20s, there is like a revamp of like, oh, everything that is old timey in 20s, we're gonna be like, it's roaring again.
Is it ever?
Oh, it's roaring. But yes, I was. That didn't happen. I was worried about it. It hasn't happened yet. Just so you know, though, if Netflix comes out with a show that's based in the 1930s about blood bootleggers and their vampires, know that we've been writing this album for 5 years.
I'll blame Nightbot.
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 Don't give it to them, Nightbot.
Newtbot.
Newtbot
Stop
either.
Nightbot. No, Newtbot's on our side. I trust them. I don't trust.
Okay. I feel like you're like an old person right now.
I know. Totally.
Absolutely.
Just like,
100%
who's Nightbot?
1,000 years old.
I'm like,
Yes.
Dad, oh my God, it's not.
It's a real
It's not a
person.
It's not a
No.
person.
Oh
He
yeah.
can
Well, they
hear
said
me.
you can see more of our lovely puppeteer over here.
That's me.
Oh, I wanted to do the aerial thing for some reason.
Oh.
That's not how it goes.
I thought it was beautiful.
I was
It's
just
a
doing
rendition.
the surprise reaction part.
Yes.
I didn't want to step on your voice.
We were talking about how the live show came together. That was, that was a thing that we did.
It was kind of like this.
It was a lot like this, actually. This is very representative of how our conversations go normally.
Mm.
Honestly, but
Mm-hmm.
the stage show was such a fun, like, that was a lot of really talented artists coming together to help us out, because it was not just us doing the show, it was also the dance troupe, it was also a lot of our friends and family coming out as actors to, like, fill in roles. We have other puppeteers come in, like, it was a huge team effort.
Costuming and makeup.
In the
and
live
stage
show
building
alone,
and-
like, that doesn't even involve all of the, like, lead up and all of the advertising and things like that. So we had a really good team. We had such a good team for that show.
The only bad thing about it
Uh-oh.
is that we worked so hard that we didn't even really realize it happened.
That it did kind of just go
When
quickly.
it was done, we were all like, what do we do now?
We're doing another run, right? Like, we wrote a play, essentially. Like, it's tomorrow, too. This was opening night? No, that's it.
Oh my God, my energy was like, that
we
adrenaline.
were so ready to
man.
keep going.
Yes, we worked up until, especially you two, the last second.
Oh, yeah.
Paint was drying on things before they went on stage.
Paint was drying, props were being brought in 5 minutes before we started.
They're like...
I was building stuff and, like, finishing up some things.
Guys,
5
doors are
minutes
in
before
30. We
started.
have to hide the ladders. And it was just like, I know, just a little bit more. We gotta...
Like hanging upside down from the ceiling.
Had Rena came through with the big save.
Rena saved us.
Had giant FableCry signs.
The pillars on either side that say FableCry. She stenciled and cut those all out so that the lights could shine
like
through
a boss.
It was outrageous. And Oz,
it was a
of
big
course.
team effort. Oh my
Oz
gosh!
Arts
Everyone at Oz
that
Arts
hosted
was
the whole thing this year, or last
so
year.
good.
Yeah.
It was so good, and
It feels like so long ago.
It-
So much has happened since then.
I know. I just looked up at this little the screen of that moment of us
The
three,
mental screen.
and it was like, wow, we all look like we just were like, oh yeah,
Remember back
shows
when?
used to happen.
I remember
Well,
shows.
especially in the black and white filter, where like back in the day,
It
we
was
used to
like-
play on
Shows.
stage.
Oh
and-
Yeah.
my goodness!
We
On
used to be
stage with a
stars.
live audience, no less.
We used to not have to clap for ourselves.
No, we danced and we danced upon the stage, and other people
Oh.
And
clapped
other
for
people
us.
clapped. Yes.
It was wild.
I mean, listen, I'm sure you're clapping at home, but we can't hear you.
It's
so
hard to hear.
we have to
Clap
for
louder.
ourselves.
Clap so loud, please. We missed the clap so much.
It's like when a fairy gets their wings.
If I close my eyes, it feels real.
Or what is that when a fairy it will gain its wings? If...
Every
time a hand
claps, a fairy grows another pair of wings.
I thought you were gonna say a fairy grows another fairy. It's like off the side, like.
like
It's just a lot of conjoined fairies.
and then it breaks off at a certain point.
That's what we do to things that are nice.
Yeah.
We ruin them.
That's how it's said.
Yay!
Oh, that's so nice.
You
I
guys are
love
the
this
best.
delay.
I
It's
love
so
you guys.
I feel like Nightbot's playing us.
I can't play along.
Okay. Well, in that is all absolutely. It's in shadow. I don't know if you can even see.
No.
I don't think you can.
Try turning this side.
Lean.
It's like you're attacking
here.
Mal.
I'm gonna use my hands as a backdrop. Whoa!
Whoa.
There we go.
Whoa. It's
Got
like
it.
I
Got it.
stun my enemy before I bite them.
Like a Pokemon.
So, no, you know what? With that being said, that is all very true. We do miss playing.
We miss being around you guys.
We miss being around you guys. And, you know what? It was funny because last time, last week or 2 weeks ago, the stream kept getting glitchy every time I was trying to be sweet and have a moment with you guys. And one of the things I was trying to say was that it's great that we like our fans and friends and people who are here. Because I've been turned off by bands, and I'm sure everybody has, by their fans. It's like, I like their music, but I don't want to go to the show because I don't want to be around people like that. And, oh man, that'd be a bummer to be in one of those bands and feel the same way.
Anyone affiliated with FableCry, I immediately trust.
They're all amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, genuinely, it's weird. I have not, I don't know. We didn't. It was hopeful, but it's hard to be even intentional with that. It's
I
just
think
like
one of our biggest victories was at the venue that we love so much, the Exit Inn, where we have done Festival of Ghouls for 3 years. Before then,
Yes.
yes,
3
Yes.
years.
yeah,
One of the members of staff was talking to us, and they were like, "We love your fans."
yeah.
They were like,
That
they
means a lot.
are so respectful. They know how to like still make it a show and be excited and like just bring excitement to the room. But everyone is always so loving and supportive of each other. Like even when people start to get rowdy, where you can get rowdy with us, come on.
Oh.
Where people are like bumping around and stuff. If you bump a little too hard, you will see the FableCry fan turn and be like, "Are you okay?"
That's
true.
Everything good?
That's really true.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
Okay.
buy you a drink and I'll be
Party,
right back.
Oh, I spilled your drink. Here, have another.
Have mine.
I've definitely seen that happen, actually.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
I've seen that happen multiple times.
We are so grateful for the community around us, and we can't wait for the opportunity to get to live that with you in person. But for the
Yeah.
time being, for everyone who's here, sincerely thank you so much. It means the world to us that we can at least still get a chance to talk about this thing that we've been planning for so long, this album, and at least for the time being, get to build the story behind it and to be able to brag about all the people, including Wicked Ida, who now gets some screen time, baby, to talk about all the work that you've done with your puppetry and everything. It's almost, we're making the best of it in the sense of, well, let's highlight everything else about this album right now. And don't worry, it's still coming out, but we are very excited to get to just sit down and talk to you about what went into this album and what to expect, but not everything. We wanna leave a little bit of.
There's a lot of twists and turns, you could say. Hey, it's.
You sounded like a sim.
Shh.
You
Who has
Oh,
both
no,
the
no,
bones?
okay.
All right.
All right.
I regret bringing those.
I knew you would, and it was my goal to make it so.
Can you believe we ever fought?
No, hardly. We're gonna come back everywhere. Ela, you said come back to Knoxville.
We're definitely.
We
going
are.
to.
We had a whole. As many of you know, we had a whole spring tour, and because of COVID, obviously everything's got canceled, and we worked so hard putting it together, and Aaron booking it, and it was so. We were very excited to get on the road and get. You're never as tight as when you just get to play over and over, and your instincts increase, and you know what you're gonna do. And we've been doing this together for years, but the frequency helps. and it's just fun. Yeah, what Joe was saying. Just glad that you guys are here and watching us in this capacity and still keeping up with it and still
we ain't going nowhere.
Presumably enjoying yourselves.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
No.
We'll talk at you for hours.
Just keep showing up.
Like, you mean we don't have to ever get off stage? We're not getting off this stage yet.
We won't go on for hours, I promise. But next time,
who knows?
But we provide a spooky, silly place
Yes.
to have fun.
I feel like I should also
Express. No.
You're such a jerk. Just like
Archie and
rub
Joe. This
the
is
top hands on each other.
There. That's
This will be the thumbnail.
Chivalry.
Just me upset about everything. Will music?
Yeah, you want to do some music?
Yeah.
We didn't rehearse anything,
Absolutely.
but
We
that will
didn't.
make it more entertaining.
That is the fact. We are going to play. We're going to be wrapping this up soon. But
I thought you were going to say we're going to be rapping.
It's like, FableCry loves you guys, and we're so happy that you're by our sides. You need a scratch, I'll get that, and then we'll... I got nervous because everyone looked
You
at
did
me.
a great job up until
no,
then.
you know what? It
I'm
gets
very
about
proud
like
of your
it gets
improv.
about like 7 lines in, and that's when
That's when I panic.
That's when you panic. Joe loves to rap.
There was one show, Rena was there.
Mhm.
There was one
Oh
show.
my god, that was ridiculous.
It was a basement show, and
like someone's basement.
I think
A house.
I think you were there too, Jesse. And Scott broke a string, so he's like, "Talk. I need to like do this." And you are always ready to talk,
It's so easy.
but you kind of paused for a second, and then I was just like, "All right." And I just did some freestyle rap that was like...
And then, like, drums came in, and it was, like, backing it up. And, like...
I think I did, like, a shot at the end, and I was like, yeah! And everyone was like, yeah!
It was, like, a solid minute of just, like, rapping about the room and Scott and, like, different people there. And, like, then, like, about the fact that you were rapping and so good at it. And, like, it was just, like...
I don't even know if
I
Scott
wish
changed the string. He's
somebody-
probably just like...
It's just standing
Do you
there with
remember
his
that?
bass
You were
like...
there. Yeah. It's...
What?
It was incredible. Yeah, there's get us in the right atmosphere, and we'll trade some verses.
Spit some fire.
We will.
A rap stream? A Fable rap
A
stream?
Fable rap stream.
Or a cry stream.
Oh.
We won't tell you. You gotta show up, and whatever
Yeah.
you get, you get.
Thank you
we're
for
gonna roll
joining,
dice.
Kat. Thank you so much for coming.
All right, Kat. Thank you so
Have
much.
a wonderful night.
Enjoy. That's so
We should
great.
do music.
Music!
I'm going to pee.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I cannot get through these songs. You said a long time ago, and we've probably brought it up here, that if you have to go to the bathroom, you perform better because you're concentrating harder. I've tried it both ways. And then you said, no, it only works if it's number 2. And I've tried that both ways, too.
Just
And
go.
I always...
Go. Come on.
I went. Perhaps
A jaunt?
a jaunt. Perhaps a dance.
Oh, should we do a dance tutorial? Does anyone remember the dance from the last time Joe was on the stream?
If you type it perfectly, we'll do it. Also, now's your chance. If there's anything you want to ask us about Zach Wolfsholm.
Oh my god, we're gonna spill so much tea.
Mustache, fake.
So fake.
When he takes it off, he makes
In
sure
person,
that
that thing, it looks like dog hair. It's just like stuck together.
No, we're talking.
Shh.
Can you believe that guy?
So rude.
And you thought Nightbot was a person? That's like real bad. Why is this called Behind the Curtain, by the way? Like
We're
we're
definitely
still
in front of it.
I was not a part of this process.
Zach is shouting at us from the bathroom. I'm not going to tell you what he said. I'm going to let you guess what he said.
He was saying, I'm embarrassed.
I'm sad that I'm not on screen. I'm still thinking and I'm sad.
Rena, we miss you too.
Dude, Rena, we miss you so much.
Spray on hair color. Yeah, his natural hair is actually real nasty.
It's
real ashy.
Like,
really
it's pretty gross.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
It's not good. Well, actually, fun fact.
Yes, tell me.
When I was first asked to join FableCry, I was so excited to be in a band.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I showed up to the first practice and I was like, I don't know about this. It's really loud. Wait.
No, you're not welcome back yet.
I don't even want
We've taken over the stream.
I was like, it's really, really loud. But then, you guys, when I went and did that first show, that was the most exciting moment I've ever had on stage, ever. Everyone was fun, and they were cool, and it was weird, and it was still really loud. But I was like, maybe I could be really loud, too.
And then you did.
And then I did.
You did actually, like, it's such a fun thing, like, as someone, so I actually, I know we talked about this on the last stream, but, like, I kind of joined forces with FableCry position point where you came on and Kirsty was leaving. So, like, the very first FableCry show I saw was with Kirsty, and then everything else since was you. So it was like, I got to see what it as, and then it, like, got to see you go from, like, evolving from this already incredible performer to this, like, powerhouse on stage. You did a whole dance. You did a whole, like, for the live show, for target practice, like, all
you guys
that
will
stuff.
see some behind the scenes of me learning that dance.
Joe has done so much incredible growth, like, over the course of the last several years, like, and you were already so good, but just to take it over that level into the next step is very, very cool to watch. I feel privileged to see it from the sidelines, so I'm very proud of you, Joe. I'll brag on you to anybody.
I thought that I was gonna be just singing Galactic Seahorse, and that's not what I got. But
No.
I'm okay with it now.
Very different.
You like the bows.
They look good.
I've moved it to my strap.
I saw that, yeah.
That way they're still visible. It's good. Should we clear the chairs?
Yeah, let's get the chairs.
All right.
out of the way.
Let's play some music, y'all.
Okay.
Oh, I shouldn't move that since the microphone's on it, huh?
We are going to play 3 songs. We are
Only
playing
3.
only 3 and no fewer and no more. And we're going to move the camera like that.
Yes.
So now,
Is this safe to move out of the way?
Like that, right in the center. Right in the center. This is
We're
that.
Ring of Fire, right?
Oh yeah. This is that.
Actually, can we do Wagon Wheel?
Fangs in or out?
We're gonna try it.
Oh, alright.
But if they fall out,
You think
maybe like this, just a little bit up. Now that you've heard so much.
So fun.
Thanks for letting us gab on.
Yeah,
y'all.
thank you guys. Thanks so much for joining.
We said y'all 2 times.
I have a y'all counter on my.
You
We're
have a
from
y'all
Tennessee.
counter. Now,
oh, sorry,
Nightbot's
I'm from Tennessee. You're not from Tennessee.
I'm a faker.
You're not from Tennessee. I'm the only native in this room.
That's true.
What?
I'm from the most wicked awesome state.
Super wicked smart.
I'm wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
3 songs in a rap. One of them includes a rap.
And fast car.
Fast car.
What shall we start with?
Let's do it in order of the releases.
Okay.
And, fun enough, also the order that they
You
are.
looked at me like, how dare you
on the
play while
album.
I'm talking?
Oh no, I was just getting getting intense with my eyes, so it wasn't at you. I thought you were going to keep playing and make it more dramatic.
We're going to play these 3 songs in the order that they have been heard, and in the same order that they will take place in on the record.
I think it was worth it.
That was fun.
That was
Yeah,
good.
that was pretty fun.
That was really good. I forgot my literal one instrument.
Oh, yes.
Zach took off his ring, so it's mine now.
No, that's not true!
It looks so good on me.
Oh, it looks stupid on you. Oh, I barely want it back.
That's what I planned.
No, I do. I mean, I barely, but I do still. I want it back. Okay. Let's do a song like this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh.
You must be out of your mind. I may be crazy, but I sure as hell ain't too blind to be aware of what you refuse to see. I do this for me. I was ambitious and bored. I only had too many things that I was good at for sure. Money, sex, and more. Still, I wanted to be my appetite and to make me feel alright and give the world a fright and satisfy my nights and I'll do whatever it takes. Show you all your mistakes. Now I'm raising the stakes and I'll sing. Finders, keepers, come meet the reapers. Thicker than water. Welcome to the slaughter. La 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 la. I'll fight you till my last breath, and then I'll show you that even in death I will persevere. Now hear the words you refuse to hear. You will disappear. I'll do whatever it takes to show you all your mistakes, and now I'm raising the stakes to prove although you are unstoppable, the fact is it was probable that I'd become unstoppable and you'd become an obstacle and we'd be unresolvable till one of us was volatile just enough to see which one would win or die. Finders, keepers, come meet the reapers. Thicker than water. Welcome to the slaughter. Finders, keepers, come meet the reapers. Thicker than water. Welcome to the slaughter. your heart, and I want your
that we did that after songs, and he was like, I hate that.
Well.
I think it was roommate Ryan.
And that's when she stopped caring about him.
Roommate Ryan. Boo.
Boo, boo.
Roommate Ryan. Boo. Boo. How do you like that?
Yeah. Well, you would like it if you were here.
Oh.
Oh.
No, he's nice mostly. No, he's good.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's good. He takes care of Belue when I'm gone.
So that's what we need.
We make Irish music together.
It's lovely.
I'm gonna put this down.
Oh, why?
Should
Maybe because maybe you were gonna
Should
sing
you get
a little.
the video?
Oh.
Do you need both of the bows
Okay.
on your head? Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
I love
This is great.
this. This is perfect.
Yeah, it works.
I think it's great.
So this would look a lot better. All right, ready?
Can I be here? Do you want to go over
Should
there?
I switch to this side?
Is that well? Because
Is that
this
better?
pesky neck.
Ah, let's
You
do
know,
it this
I
way.
don't want to. Whoo! This way I can. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at everybody clapping. They're so nice with
They're
their
being
hands.
so nice.
Their hands must hurt.
Thank you for clapping with us.
Target practice.
Let's do it.
This.
You're gonna introduce my song with your vampire lips?
I was about to, out of habit, and then I realized you already had. But it was coming out of my mouth, and I just thought maybe I'll trail off.
Everyone, this is the Sassy Joe song.
That's very sassy.
Well, it's hard to say what I wanna do with a head full of regret. But I order up another drink, make it two, and light his cigarette. But I won't soon forget. Keep on talking in circles, that's fine by me. Your upset and hateful words will come back round again. You cannot run those horrid things you've done. My 22 was set on you, and baby, you're going down. Go on, take a seat, if you'd be so kind. My red hot and vengeful thoughts have only grown with time. You cannot run, my eyes have taken aim. These seconds past will be the last I see this face again. I'm just getting my kicks in with all this target practice. I'm just getting my kicks in with all this target practice. I'm just getting my kicks in with all this target practice. I'm just getting my kicks in, baby, you're going down. You had shot me down and left me good as dead. But me, oh, that's proxy, so the dead will rise again. No, you can't outrun, going toe to toe. Can't overthrow my blood or make you lose control.
You were my detractor, my fame became a factor. I see now what you're after, now meet it with smiles and laughter. You were my detractor, my fame became a factor. You see now what I'm after, now take it with smiles and laughter. and I hope you're afraid. Welcome, your sins on parade. This is how they get made, and I know you're afraid. You will see what this is how they get made, and I hope you're afraid. And welcome, your sins on parade. This is how they get made, and I know you're afraid. I'm just getting my kicks in. All this target practice. I'm just getting my kicks in. With all this target practice. I'm just getting my kicks in. With all this target practice. I'm just getting my kicks in. Baby, you're going down.
Did you guys like when I laid on the floor right there?
I loved it.
She disappeared and you couldn't see it, but she was laying on the floor to get away from you.
I'm sorry.
I should have done the whole like.
Oh, yeah. No, you know, I was thinking
To
the
the
entire
elevator?
song, I was like, ooh, this is a part. Anyway, we'll do choreography next time.
Work on it.
It's ever changing, ever evolving.
Yay.
Those who did not hear it Friday.
We have a third song? There's a third one.
Actually, that's our album. It's just those
That's
two
it?
songs.
It's just those two songs, that's all.
We've been writing it for years, and you know, we've had some setbacks,
You
and
know.
like had to rewrite them a little, and you know,
Had to take some naps.
had to take some naps, had to take some breaks, had to wear some masks, had to. Had to play in drop D is what we had to do. Eventually. And I think most of you know what that means.
Uh-oh.
How do you feel? You want to practice it before we play it? Okay.
Yeah, can we practice it?
Yeah.
Whatever, I'll figure it out. It's
It'll
okay.
be great.
You started anyway.
I don't remember the first note. No, I'll keep the fangs in, even though I'm singing from the point of view of someone who doesn't have fangs. So
That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
this is already like fan fiction on our own work. You know,
That's the whole point of this album.
this is not
Yeah,
We
canon.
just wanted that sweet fan
This is
fiction.
fan fiction. Oh yes, Ela, you did read correctly that Wicked Ida actually sings on this newest song.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, she's
Thank
on
you.
almost every. Yeah, I'm into like.
I do sing on this
Yes,
album.
it's fine. It's a part that it exists. No, we needed a third vocalist when we were doing the most of this recording, and Jillian hadn't come in yet.
Jillian.
Jillian.
And so Mallory, who had already sung with us, who had done things, who's our puppeteer. Also, we like to call her Ida around these parts, and sometimes we switch it up without telling you.
Just for fun.
And so do you scallywags.
It's true.
You just went from like Old West to pirate town.
Hey, so do you old scallywags. She stepped in right when we needed her most, as always, and ended up singing vocals for most of the album. The third voice,
The only vocals.
or the like.
The whole album is me.
It's all Mallory, actually.
It's
She is
entirely me.
I
Just
think, you know,
modulated, so I sound a little more like them.
Yeah,
but
years of puppetry and
It's time you
acting.
guys knew. I
It's,
feel like it's time we just talk about this openly.
So in this
Um,
song, we're gonna be mouthing it, and just know that
I'm
all
gonna
three
be singing
voices.
all three parts.
Just so you just
I have been training my whole life for this
just
moment.
this ventriloquism.
This is your moment.
You'll notice just the corner of her mouth will move during some of my singing parts, and then she'll really go for it when she's supposed to be singing.
Oh god.
This is new song you haven't heard. Unless you've heard it, us play it live. This is the new song.
Alright, I think I got it.
Here Comes Trouble. What's the last live show that we had?
New Year? No.
There was one right after New Year's. It's the last time we played this together.
Oh.
Yeah. So if we cry, just because it's like all memories.
Or if I get nervous and just throw up. It's been a while.
I
get nervous when I'm nervous.
Look the other way. We'll get it sorted.
Just clap.
Just clap. Yeah.
Oh, you've heard it somewhere already. Alright, well. I mean, we can go.
We can go.
If they've heard it.
I've got a message for the man who wears a red bow. That's you. I wrote it with some ink that matches you, and now I wanted you to know your thoughts and interests was something close to cute. But I remember very well my interest made your desires moot. There was a time when you were happy in your place. Stay in your place. You sat in confidence, and standing in my confidence was grace. Now I'm sorry, but the love for what we had fell victim to the classic trait of wanting so much more than what you had. And now I'm glad I found you out. Who's got? I have no doubt. Who's got? In time you'll see. Who's got? Your life still belongs to me. But you could run and hide on the other side. Well, I really hate to burst your bubble. Look out, baby, here comes trouble. I've got a message for the lady in the pink bowl. That's you. With a book of matches, you won't believe it till you see it, the fading glows. Your hopes and dreams were nice and sweet, but frankly weak. And I grew more embarrassed as my heart betrayed the color of my cheek. You were the perfect puppet that I kept on a noose. Stay in your place. To prove that ignorance was something more or less that I could use. And when the strings I held were begged to be let go, you took it all upon yourself to hold the strings that swallowed down below. Now you should know I found you out. I have no doubt. In time you will see. Your life still belongs to me. Remember now the time when we saw eye to eye. What's yours is mine, and I am divine. Although I sometimes reminisce, there are these things I'll never miss. I'll prove my point with this. Let's go. I really hate to burst your bubble. Look out, baby, here comes trouble. It's not one that you want to hear, but I'll admit the very content has me grinning ear to ear. It took me moments of
That was a weird sound. I kind of like that.
Yay!
Bye-bye.
Joe
That
left
was great, guys. Thank you so much for joining us
I'm back home.
this evening, this fine Wednesday night. Thank you for your claps and cheers and questions and answers. Thank you, Nightbot, for being a new friend. Thank you, Newtbot, for realizing yourself and in public in front of us. And for the dearer friendship that we have garnered here tonight all together. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Rena. Oh, thank you, Drexy. Oh, I realize how often every time I see something I like when I'm excited still after playing. That's my reaction. I can't believe. Can you believe?
Like a grandmother who's feeling touched.
Oh.
Clutch your pearls. You gotta clutch your pearls.
It's a pat my pearls. It's when it's good. We will be back again. The next one will be the birthday stream in 2-ish weeks.
Give or take.
It's definitely vague. It's in 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks.
None of you are paying attention.
Nightbot's still saying there can be only one. He's said that 5 times now. I've seen it.
It's not a person.
You don't have to fight right now,
Yes.
guys. You guys don't have to fight in front of us or in period. All right, this is a time for unity, not for infighting.
You're right.
Okay,
You're right.
You're getting in the way of each other.
You're right.
I'll take my ring and be off.
Yes, your ring. I'll take my bow.
Good day, everyone.
Oh, I want a souvenir.
Oh, where's the other one? Oh no!
Give me your guitar. I'm gonna take the guitar.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. All right, we'll see you next time. Watch out next Friday. Here Comes Trouble, the release. It'll be everywhere for your viewing pleasure. Good night.
What a spectacle, a spectacle, a spectacle is this they cried. What a spectacle, a spectacle, a spectacle is this they cried. A spectacle, a spectacle, a spectacle is this they cried. What a spectacle, a spectacle, a spectacle is this they cried. From the bells run like hell, the zoo has been set loose. Flee this town, you filthy frown, it's the zoo of no return. The zoo of no return.
Oh my god, we can't forget the dance. Everybody! 1, 2, 3, right arm. We go up, 2, 3, and pull it in. 2, 3. Now we go to the left. 2, 3, and pull it in. Oh, bring them both out and oh yeah. Bring it in. Bring those arms out and shoulder, 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 shoulder. Have a nice week.
Goodbye.
Everybody.